Hello friends, today we are going to discuss most important topic of the C programming, and this topic is the C functions. Under these topics we will see the definition of C functions, need of the functions, types of the functions, defining a function, function declaration that is also called prototype, calling a function. Now let us come to the discussion of the C function. So first we will see what is C function. C functions are basic building blocks in a program. This is basic building blocks in a C program. A large C program is divided into basic building blocks called C function. A large program C is divided into basic building blocks called C function. All C functions are written using functions to improve reusability, understandability, and to keep track on them. All C programs, not only single but all, are written using the functions. For what purpose? To improve reusability, understandability, and to keep track on them. C function contains set of instructions enclosed by open and closed brace that we are familiar with, which performs a specific operation in a C program. Collection of these functions create a C program. That is, we write number of the functions and all these functions together creates a C program. Every C program has at least one function which is main, open and close parenthesis. So if a C program has only one function, its name is always going to be main. The main function is called by the operating system when the user runs the program. It is called by the operating system when the user runs the program. Thus, the main function is always the first code executed when program starts. So when we try to run the C program, it always starts from the main function. The order of function inside a file is arbitrary. That is, if we write the number of the function, which function come first, which at the last, and which one is the middle, it is not there. So order of function inside a file is arbitrary. It does not matter if function 1 is put at the top of the file and function 2 at the bottom or vice versa. A function prototype is declared at the top of a C source code file. That is, before writing any function, a function prototype should be declared that we are going to see this one. When this is the case, occurring at the top of the file, the function prototype should be followed by a semicolon. That is, when we declare a function prototype, at the end of the declaration there should be a semicolon, just like whenever we write any code in C function. The order of function inside a file is arbitrary. The recipe for a C function, the function's code is always stored in a .c file. So this is the extension, that is when we create any file where code is written that extends with the .c. Now why these functions are needed? So need of the functions. C functions are used to avoid rewriting same logic oblique code again and again in a program. That is, if we want to multiplication of two numbers number of times in a C program, then we write a C function for the multiplication of two numbers, and this function can be called again and again whenever there is a requirement for the multiplication of two numbers. A large C program can easily be tracked when it is divided into the functions. The core concept of C functions are reusability, that we can use the function whenever it is required. Dividing a task into small pieces to achieve the functionality and to improve understandability of very large C program. Debugging of the code would be easier if use functions are used, as errors are easy to be traced. If we write a function that has less number of the code, so finding any error is going to be easier. There is no limit in calling C functions to improve use of the same functionality whenever required. A function can be called any number of times. A function can be called any number of times in a program and from any place in a program. Now let us discuss types of the functions. Predefined standard library functions. These are functions which are already have a definition in header files like stdio.h, and with this file we are familiar with. These are called whenever there is a need to use them, and we are using in every C program printf function and scanf function number of the times. So these functions are defined and declared in the header file stdio.h. Printf, scanf, puts, gets, etc. are the library functions. User-defined functions. C allows programmer to define their own function according to their requirement. The functions that user creates in a program are known as a user-defined function. So whatever function we write for our purpose, that is user-defined functions. To find factorial of a number and check whether it is a prime or not in a same program, two separate user-defined function in that program are written. One for finding factorial and other for checking whether it is a prime or not. Now let us see defining a function. How a function is defined, like defining a variable. So defining a function. The general form, that is syntax of a function definition in a C programming language is return type, function name in open and close parenthesis parameter list, and within open and close brace body of the function. So this is the syntax of defining a function. So return type. What is meaning of return type? A function may return a value. It is the data type of the value the function returns. Some functions perform the desired operations without returning a value. Function name. It is the name of the function. Meaningful name for function would be easy to understand the purpose of the function just by seeing its name. That is, if we have to write a function for the multiplication of the two numbers, then we give this in a multiplication. For addition of two numbers, we should give this function as a addition. So while reading the name of the function, its purpose gets clear. So meaningful name for each function should be given. Now parameter list. The parameter list declares the variable that will receive the data sent by the calling function. They serve input data to the function to carry out the specified task. Since they represent actual input values, they are often referred as a formal parameters. These parameters can also be used to send values to the calling programs. That idea how the data are exchanged between calling and called function would be clear when we see the example programs. Parameters are optional. That is, a function may contain no parameters. Parameters are also known as arguments. So this is the another name for the parameters. Function body. The function body contains a collection of statements that define what the function does, and we are knowing this one while writing and running number of the programs. Now function declaration. So let us see how the functions are declared, and this is also called the prototype. Now we are familiar with the declaration of the variable, declaration of the arrays. In a similar way, function can also be declared, and this declaration is called prototype. Every function in C programming should be declared before it is used. It is a similar way using a variable or arrays. So whenever we want to use the variable in our program, it should be declared first before using it. In a similar way, if we use a function, that should be declared before using or before calling it. This type of declaration is called function prototype. A function declaration has the following syntax: return type, function name, and parameter list. And this is included in the open and close parenthesis, and at the end semicolon. Function declaration gives compiler information about function name, type of the arguments to be passed, and return type. So compiler is used to convert the code into the binary code. So whenever we declare the function prototype, this information goes to the compiler. In parameter, list names are not important, their types are required. In parameter list, names are not important, their type are required, and this would be clear when we see the example program. Int addition in open and close parenthesis int num1 comma int num2. So this is the first variable declaration. This one is the second variable declaration. So first variable num1 is of integer type. Second variable num2 is of also integer type. So this function prototype can also be declared in the following ways. Int addition in open and close parenthesis we write only the variable types. So, and that's why we say that variable name is not important, their type is required. Now let us say calling a C function, how a function is called by another function. So syntax for this is like this: function name and then the list of the arguments. So when a function is called in, if we require to call a function, we write the statement like this one: name of the function and then list of the arguments and at the end semicolon. When a function calls a function, the program control is transferred to the called function. A called function performs a defined task, and when its return statement is executed or when its function ending closing brace is reached, it returns the program control back to the calling function. That is, when a function is calling a function, it transfers its control to the called function. Then after performing its call function by the called function, again called function transfer its control to the calling function. The function name must match exactly the name of the function in function prototype. How function is defined in the beginning, that should be exactly the same. The number and type of argument passed into a function must exactly match the number and types of the arguments required for the function. The return variable type must exactly match the return type of the function. So these are the things we should understand, and naturally after discussion I think this would be clear to each of you. At this point we will end our class. Until next period, bye and have a nice day.